Today is Veterans Day, a time to honor those who served our nation. But that service can come with a steep cost. Thousands of veterans face long-term health issues. Sometimes it's a blast injury caused by contact with explosives, a lot of which are invisible to the naked eye. Our Oscar Margain is looking at what's being done to help vets suffering from blast injuries. Oscar, good evening.
Good evening, Glenn. And the issue revolves here around TBI, or traumatic brain injuries, and it's a signature wound among Iraq and Afghanistan war veterans. Now, we spoke to a war veteran who is having to seek help outside of the VA in order to get the treatment that he needs.
In the 22 years he's dedicated to serving our country, 41-year-old Dennis Hernandez has learned at least one thing.
I love my country, but I don't trust my government, right? I don't trust them to have my best interest at heart.
His exposure to IEDs and other blasts while in training and while deployed led to a range of health issues, many not physically obvious.
I was getting more and more migraines, and it was just starting to become a bit of an issue.
It was a pattern that doctors across the country began to notice, a problem that ultimately came knocking on the door of elected officials.
We pushed first to get a study, then to fund some more research, then to get a bigger study. And each time we're starting to see kind of the edges of the problem.
I would black out at times and have no recollections of events that I participated in.
Hernandez has become an outspoken advocate for blast overpressure brain injury awareness, a problem that he says was dismissed by the VA at the time. So he outsourced the care he needed, turning to Homebase, a nonprofit group that helps veterans like himself.
I want more money to be funded to civilian organizations, not-for-profits, to actually do the research that, the government, in their infinite amount of red tape, would take forever.
But veterans also need to do their part, he says, accepting help even when it's taboo.
If you have any problems, start as soon as you can.
We can do better by those who serve us, and this is a way for us to do that.
Now, Senator Warren has introduced a bipartisan bill that would help track the impact these blasts would have on the brain and also limit the exposure. Plus, it would also include some funding, or more funding rather, to try to get more treatment to all of these veterans. Reporting live in Quincy, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.